Let's bring up our next storyteller, Jung.
I'm like about the same height, so this never happens. I always need to adjust it.
It feels so good.
Yeah. Yes. It's my first, so. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. This is just my stopwatch. I mean, I need to keep, track on time or else I'll start talking endlessly. And that usually doesn't come out in a smart way. So, and I don't like that. Well, hello everyone. My name is Hyojung Kim, and I am from South Korea. So I am a girl of just so many big dreams, and probably too many interests. I'll give an example. I'm a student. I'm a college student at Northwestern University. I double major in journalism and biological science, and double minor in theater and legal studies, and hold exec positions on like exec board position for three different student organizations, and hold two jobs. So that kind of tells you guys something about what kind of person I am. Well, yeah, one of my big interests is language, just learning a new language. That's so fascinating to me. I love learning new languages. I'm obsessed with it. I speak four, and I'm on my way learning two more right now. So I speak Korean, Mandarin Chinese, Spanish, and obviously English. So one of the best thing about learning a new language to me is the fact that you get to name yourself. Isn't it just fascinating? It's like you're playing your mom. It's, it's the best feeling ever. So anywho, so as Nestor introduced me, my Korean name is Hyojung, and my Mandarin name is Xiaozhen, which is Hyojung basically read in a Chinese way. It's pretty simple because my name is based on Chinese characters. And also my Spanish name, Maria, that means exactly the same thing as what my Korean name means, so that conversion was also pretty simple. So at this point, you might be wondering, if that girl speaks like four languages, why does she only have three names? Well, long story short, my English name is also Hyojung, and it was a long journey just settling on to Hyojung, and that's the story I'm going to tell you right now. Alright, so I started learning English when I was basically 2 years old, so it's like my mother tongue. And when you're like really young, sorry, when you're like super baby-like and you go to just kindergarten, you probably want a name, like a cool English name. So my teacher gave me this name, and it was really cool. Get ready. It was Pink. It was so cool. I loved it. I still love it, by the way. Anyways, yeah, as in the color pink and the rock star pink, so I felt really empowered. And anyways, I loved the name, so I used that name until grade 6. And then grade 7 came, and that was the season to apply for middle schools. Like, normally you don't really apply for middle schools, but my parents wanted me to, go attend boarding schools for gifted children, although I didn't felt gifted. But they're my folks, so I had to do what they wanted. And that's the point when we have a discussion on which English name I am going to use. So my parents didn't really like my name because they thought Pink was a lewd name. I absolutely have no idea where that came from, but they're my parents, so what can I do? So I was like, okay, then what do you want me to use? And they were like, Erica. I'm like, why? That fast, really? So I asked them why, and they were like, because it means emperor. I'm like, that's kind of cool. It's not a color. It actually means emperor. I like that. I'll take it. So I did, and I used that name for a year. And after using it for a year, I realized that I absolutely hated that name. It's nothing about the name. It was just me. It was nothing about the name. I just didn't click with that name. So, without telling my parents, I decided to use Pink again. And I attended boarding school, so it was pretty easy to do that. I just didn't tell my parents. I told everybody else, like my friends, my teachers, parents of my friends, parents of my teachers, everyone, that my name is Pink, not Erica, never Erica. And they liked it. Who doesn't like the name Pink? Anyways, so I had no problem with my name until grade 12. And grade 12 is probably when you write applications for college, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while, like 3 years. So yeah, I'm not sure if things have changed since then, but on Common App, there's this part where you can type in your preferred name. So I really, wanted to use pink, but I knew that my parents are gonna like review my application before I submit it. So I couldn't. I just put my Korean name Hyojung because I didn't really want to use Erica. So I became Hyojung for because of that in the States, and I had no idea what kind of drama that's gonna create once I came to the States. So when I first came to college or first came to the United States, and uh, the very first course I took at Northwestern was a really small class. So basically consisted of 20 students and one professor. We met once a week for 4 hours straight for 10 weeks. So if you do the math, that's kind of like 40 hours. So that's a lot. That's probably enough time to kind of like memorize the faces and the names of 20 people. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so it was a very intimate class. We had a lot of class discussions. We had a lot of one-on-one session with the professor. I really liked it, and I thought everybody liked me too. I loved the class, and for the final part of the class, we were expected to give a presentation on our final project. I was extremely proud of my final project. I thought it was really high quality, so I just couldn't wait to give a presentation on it. So I was sitting, and the professor gave him like introduction, yada yada yada, and then he started calling out names. He started with Abbott. So I was like, oh, okay. So he's going, in alphabetical order, like A, B, C. Okay, my name's Kim. So K, A, B, C, D. I'm a journalism major. I still don't have my alphabet straight. So I need to sing the entire song. But anyways, one thing I knew was that K is like somewhere in between, in the middle. So I should be, around like 10th or 11th. Okay, so I can wait. I can wait like 10 people. So I waited and waited and waited. But it wasn't until after the 19th student the professor called on me. And he didn't even call me by my name. He just pointed at me and said, "You, it's your turn." And that kind of sent me this message that I don't belong here. Like, he doesn't want me here. That's probably why he doesn't know my name or doesn't even know how to pronounce my name. We've been together for like 40 hours. That kind of hurts. So, and that was the moment I felt isolated and alienated from this entire society. I know it's kind of drastic, but I was young, so I really felt I felt really, really hurt. So from that moment on, I felt really discouraged from introducing myself using my Korean name to all these English-speaking people because apparently it's too hard. So, but the quarter went on, and the next quarter I started taking another class, and that's when I met this awesome lady. I'm not going to use her name because apparently there's privacy issue going on. And I did not ask permission for her. She has no idea that she's in my story. Don't tell her. But yeah, she was my teaching assistant for the class. She was a graduate student, perfectly American, if that means anything. Yeah, and one day I just came into the classroom 20 minutes early for no good reason, and we started having conversation. And she asked me if I could repeat my name and if she could, try to repeat it so that she doesn't get it wrong. And I started apologizing. I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. It's a hard name. It's a Korean name, so I get it. If you don't get it straight, it's fine. I'm in the process of, getting a new English name, so just until then, bear with me." And then she gave me this really puzzled look and asked me, "Why are you apologizing? Why are you apologizing for using your name?" And I explained the entire situation. Well, it seems like American people have, struggles pronouncing my name, and since I'm the one who came to the States, I probably should have been more considerate, yada, yada, yada. And then she cuts me off. She says, "There are some ignorant people out there. You don't need to change your entire name just because of some ignorant people. All you need to do is be patient and teach them how to say your name correctly. If they don't care to spend time and effort trying to, get your name straight, then they're probably not your friends. They're probably never going to be your friends. So why bother?" So after that conversation, I had some introspection alone. I thought about it and came to a realization that she is right. I couldn't refute a single comment she made. And also, another realization was that My name might be hard to pronounce, but it's beautiful. Like, all names are beautiful. Like, all names carry stories. That's so beautiful. Like, I mean, mine, it carries all the hopes and expectations of my family on what kind of person they want me to become. It's beautiful. I love it. Like, it means something really important, or that's how I feel. I feel like an important person. So that was my really important realization. And I'm pretty sure all of you guys here, you guys have names, right? And your names probably mean something. And that's what makes all of your names so beautiful. So after this show, if we get, I mean, by we, I mean me and like any one of you guys here, if we get to talk, please tell me your beautiful name and the story behind it. So once again, my beautiful name is Jung Kim, and I'm from South Korea. Thank you so much.